Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, former New Hampshire Governor George H.W. Bush's chief of staff attends Barbara Bush funeral yesterday. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Charisse LeClaire.
It's springtime in New Hampshire, and new beginnings are happening all around us.
At Lovering Mitsubishi, we're celebrating two new beginnings, starting with the all-new 2018 Eclipse Cross, with modern...
In her final days, while the 43rd president was visiting, Mrs. Bush asked one of her doctors if she'd like to know why George W. had turned out the way he had. And then she announced, "I smoked and drank while I was pregnant."
It was those moments of laughter during Sunday's funeral service for Barbara Bush, and there were many, that John H. Sununu says captured the former First Lady so perfectly.
She had a great sense of humor. She was very direct. She always let you know exactly what she felt.
New Hampshire's former governor was among the crowd of thousands at the service, having spent his time with the family as President George H.W. Bush's chief of staff, a time he looks back on fondly, remembering Barbara Bush's enthusiasm for the campaign trail here in the Granite State.
Both the president and Mrs. Bush made it a lot of fun for those of us who were in the White House.
That fun spirit, Sununu says, was captured during Sunday's celebration of a life well lived, and what he says is the gift that Mrs. Bush left for all of us.
She's left a great example of class, of civility, of commitment to education and literacy, and a love of country.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman found dead in North Andover home identified. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
At Mahoney's, we understand the importance of crafting beautiful outdoor spaces. This spring, let us help bring beauty into your home and garden.
We're learning new information about that woman. Her name is Wendy Davidson, 49 years old, as identified by the district attorney's office. What we found out at this point from one of her friends is that she was a wonderful person, described as compassionate as well as caring.
And we're all devastated. We didn't know till later last night, and I know none of us have slept, and I know her family hasn't, and we just want their thoughts and prayers to go to them.
Davidson was 49 years old. Her friend came by with flowers, said she'll be missed by her coworkers, her friends, and family. The DA says they searched Wendy Davidson's home, but also her car, which they found parked in the lot at Choice Fitness, less than a half mile from her home in North Andover. Davidson was found dead in the basement yesterday at 50 Lincoln Street. Her neighbor from the upstairs apartment found her, told her brother with whom she lives, and he then called 911. Police remained on scene through the night investigating. Authorities think she was strangled, but will do an autopsy to be sure. Meanwhile, the DA says this does not appear to be a random act, though they have not provided any information at this point about any possible suspects.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. State police investigating incident in Litchfield. State police responding to an incident in Litchfield Sunday. A public safety representative For the Maine State Police said multiple crews responded to the call Sunday morning. The representative did not provide details on the nature of the investigation. Residents in the area told WMTW that multiple law enforcement agencies, including Kennebunk County Sheriff's Office, were surrounding a home near the Hollowell Litchfield Road just after 9:30 a.m. Police said there are currently no road closures in the area. WMTW has a crew at the scene and will provide more details as they become available. We will keep you updated as more details emerge into the newsroom. Trump lawyer facing epic battle by prosecutors for his cooperation. Allen said prosecutors are urged in an epic battle for the soul and cooperation of Michael Cohen, the longtime lawyer to President Donald Trump, whose office, home, and hotel room were raided by the FBI this month. Allen, a Harvard law professor, told ABC News chief anchor George Stephanopoulos on This Week Sunday that prosecutors could potentially be threatening Cohen with a long prison term if he fails to cooperate. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday evening, and I'll be back with another newscast tomorrow, and I'll have a news report later on this evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.